and a Sox note as well. So I praised the Mike Clevinger signing in the past. Talked about how it's a bargain deal, 1 year, $9 million. Well, it turns out Mike Clevinger might be off the team entirely. News came out yesterday that he's under investigation by Major League Baseball for the violation of their domestic abuse policy. Clevinger apparently did some really bad things. I don't even want to talk about it on here. But the point is this. He will be off this team. He should go. And the White Sox will need another pitcher. So it's bad news for the White Sox. And what really confuses me is, I guess, according to the story, his girlfriend or his wife at the time came to Major League Baseball back in July to complain about this. So the question really should be, what did the White Sox know? When did they know it? Why did they sign him if these complaints were already documented by Major League Baseball back in July? Better yet, why did he even play this year with the Padres if the complaint was filed? That goes back to Major League Baseball, too. Everybody's dragging Jerry Reinsdorf about this, but I would actually go to Major League Baseball and say, why did he even play this year when this complaint was filed before he started playing? They had Trevor Bauer sit for 194 games because of a complaint. He just got out of a suspension with no proof yet, no trial or anything like that. So there was a complaint here. Why did he play? So the White Sox are in a little bit of trouble there. Major League Baseball is in even more trouble. But the White Sox, as far as on the field goes, they need another pitcher and quick. And I don't know what they're going to do with that. I mean, they have some depth in their bullpen. They're probably going to elevate Michael Kopech to a bigger role this year. And they have Lance Lynn coming back. They have Giolito. They have guys on this roster. But I'm just saying that is a tough blow. A lot of people expected something from Clevinger. I certainly did. 1 year, $9 million. Last year had about a 4 ERA, but dominated from 2016 to 2020 with the Guardians. So losing him is going to be a loss. And he's not even officially released as of yet, but I don't envision him playing one game with this team. That is tough. So essentially you lose a player and it's over. So they've lost their fourth or fifth starter. And you're going to need that role filled by opening day. I think that was a tough blow for them. Really, it was. The accusations are bad. And as far as Clevinger goes, good luck to him because he's in big trouble. But as for the White Sox and their on-the-field situation, it's unfortunate for them. Now, that's a big loss, and they need to fill that void. And I just have to say this about the White Sox. Starting to get worried. Really starting to get worried about them. I was a huge proponent of what they've been doing this offseason. I still am. But my question is this. Maybe White Sox fans can help me here. What have they really done to improve? I know they've spent some money. Their payroll is the highest it's ever been again, $189 million. But what have they really done to improve? This team is the same from last year. Last year, they were 500. I don't know if just a brand new manager and a couple of pieces here and there are going to make them a 95-win team again. And when you look around the American League, you see everybody getting better. The Yankees are still going to be good. The Rangers are getting better. Astros are still going to be great. Twins could still be good. There are so many teams making big strides in one direction, and the White Sox are kind of staying put. Well, staying put got you 81 wins last year. So I fear for their future. And what I fear for more than even their future, even 2023, is the long-term effects. Look at the Bulls. The Bulls executed a rebuild. Things were looking good, and now they might have to tear it down again. So the rebuild ended up maxing out at a 6 or 5 seed in the playoffs. That's not a rebuild. That's a failed restructure. The White Sox are in that same situation. Win a division 2 years in a row, new managers, things are looking great. And now after going 81-81, you make no improvements or very little improvements to your team. And you're keeping the same core. While everybody else around you is making leaps forward. You're taking a baby step. I worry about their future. And I worry about the success and the sustainability of this rebuild. Look at how many years it took them from 2008 to get back to the playoffs, and now it could be over. I'm just saying. So again, White Sox fans, maybe you can help me here, but I don't think it's looking good for them. I'm really worried about what their future holds. And I'll tell you what, It would be a damn shame if they do this whole rebuild. They ask everybody to wait, and it lasts 2 years, 2020, 2021. That would be a shame. I've always been high on this team. I've always been an advocate of this team because they've gone through so much over the years. Their fan base has suffered a lot, and they've finally gotten better. And winning 93 games in 2021 was amazing. But right now, they've done nothing. They've done a lot of the same, and they look the same as we sit here today. That is scary to me. And now they're losing their fourth starter due to domestic violence. I mean, this team is all over the place right now, and they need to do a lot to get back to 93 wins and winning the division, because right now I don't think they're going to win the division. Guardians are playing well and better, and the Twins are still going to be up there. Then the White Sox, the Tigers, and the Royals, and the Tigers might even be better. They're in trouble. And I don't want to sound the alarms just yet. Maybe they make a couple of moves here this offseason still, and things get a little bit better, but it seems as if this is going to be the roster they're going to trot out there. And if that's the case, it could be another 81-win year. And then what are you going to do? It's going to be a second year of 500 baseball, and you just rebuild. You're going to have to rebuild again? Like the Bulls just did? They're in trouble. And I think a lot of people have to start acknowledging it and realizing it. And to the White Sox credit, their fans, I should say, they are realizing it and they know. A lot of them know. I've seen it all over. You know, they know this is not looking good. They know that come this year, it's not going to be amazing. But do the White Sox themselves see it? And will they make any changes to avoid it? And it seems like right now they won't. And that's scary. So I wish them the best, but they have a lot to work on themselves as well. And now losing your fourth starter again, Mike Clevinger, just makes it even worse. Well, at this point, now we will end the program, and I appreciate all of you tuning in with us here today. I just want to say it's great to be back. And again, I appreciate all of you being patient with me. Going through some health stuff, being sick. Everybody knows there are bugs going around everywhere, so appreciate you being patient. Big thank you to John Meadows for directing and producing and hanging out with us here today on a Wednesday night. Thank you to all of you for your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. Please do all that before you head out here today. And follow us on Twitter at Jon Z Sports, Facebook, Jon Zaghloul, Instagram, and TikTok at Jon Z Sports as well. One more thing, support our sponsor, Amish Country Farms, for the best and the most fresh Amish food in all of Chicagoland. Head over there today with Imports Weekly from the Amish of Northern Indiana. Tell them Sports Talk Chicago sent you a checkout. They're going to take real good care of you. I promise you that. They take good care of me. Amish Country Farms is the place to be. We will be back next week with more content, with more Bears news, with more stuff going on throughout the NFL. The NFL coaching carousel is crazy. We're going to talk about that next week. What the Bears could even do. There are already some rumors about who they might sign, what they might do with the number one pick. We'll address those directly. Plus, more baseball news, of course. Cubs and White Sox are still active in the free agent market, so stick with us and hang with us for the best coverage in all of Chicago. A couple of surprises along the way, too. We have a new voiceover thing that's going to be coming up very soon. John and I listened to the draft today, so we're going to probably, hopefully, debut that next week or the week after, and I think you guys will be in for a nice treat there as well. Appreciate all of you tuning in. We will see you soon. So long, everyone.